The first, publicly released, science-quality image from the James Webb Space Telescope was dubbed the deepest image of the cosmos. It was the deepest infrared view of the universe ever taken, and was a surprise drop by NASA on July 11th, prior to the planned reveal on 12th July. The history-making image offered a view of a stunning array of galaxies in the galaxy cluster SMACS 0723. Now, 3 months later, a team of Canadian astronomers have spotted a shocking, hidden treasure in the image that went unnoticed until now. This is how James Webb detected the oldest invisible interstellar objects that are 9 billion light-years away from Earth. Orbit. Beyond the blue. So far, we have only 2 space observatories that are capable of creating deep-field images, Hubble and James Webb. Hubble operates in the visible light range, while Webb operates in the infrared. While both are taking views of distant galaxies in dim parts of the sky, Webb's images are clearer due to its infrared imaging abilities. When we compare the look of deep fields from each of the telescopes, we can see how much they differ. Images from Webb have their own unique look, compared to images from Hubble. This is most noticeable in the way that stars appear, with their distinctive 8-pointed diffraction spikes. This is due to the shape of Webb's mirror, and it will always be a signature look for all of James Webb's images. This ability of Webb's to see objects in infrared offers it a considerable edge over the rest of the space telescopes, including its predecessor Hubble. Many objects that remained unseen, or had unclear visibility, in Hubble's deep-field image are now being brought to light, literally, by Webb. In late September, a team of Canadian astronomers zoomed in on an object located 9 billion light-years away from Earth, which was captured in Webb's deep-field image. This object was remarkable in itself for its weird stretched appearance, but it were the compact, surrounding objects which appeared as small, sparkling yellow dots that caught the scientists' attention. They had found the galaxy that hosts the universe's very first stars. The oldest globular star clusters ever seen by human eyes, thanks to Webb. The astronomers nicknamed it the Sparkler Galaxy, due to the surrounding sparkling yellow-red dots, which are actually the globular star clusters. These are collections of ancient stars that date back to a galaxy's infancy, so they contain clues about the early stages of galactic formation, growth and evolution. These are some of the oldest globular clusters ever seen, perhaps dating back to the time when the universe first began to birth stars. Most of these sparkles seen around the main body of the galaxy in the image are really massive and really old stellar systems. Finding such a unique object in the very first JWST data observations is not just pleasantly surprising, but also a very important milestone in our study of the cosmos. The Webb image allowed the team to observe the so-called sparkles across a range of different wavelengths. This meant that the scientists could model the clusters precisely to better understand their physical properties, including their age and the number of stars they contain. Such a study was not possible before Webb. The story with Webb is that it can see the distant galaxies in unprecedented detail. A new photo taken by James Webb recently, which revealed the hidden gaseous bone structure of a distant galaxy, is proof of the scale of detailed view that Webb provides. The cosmic knot of gas, dust and stars in the spectacular, almost hypnotic image, belong to the spiral galaxy IC 5332, which is located in the constellation Sculptor, more than 29 million light-years from Earth. As it sits nearly perfectly face-on with respect to Earth, its spiral arms can be seen incredibly clearly. What we previously saw by comparing the deep field images of Hubble and Webb is reflected here as well. IC 5332 was also once snapped by Hubble, but since Hubble can't see in the infrared region of the electromagnetic spectrum, many details went unseen. The Hubble image shows dark regions that seem to separate the spiral arms, whereas the Webb image shows more of a continual tangle of structures that show a spiral arms shape. The updated image looks almost completely different. And that is the power of James Webb. However, like any golden child, NASA's James Webb is not impeccable. NASA scientists observed a technical problem with the Webb's mid-infrared instrument, MIRI. The space agency convened an anomaly review board to investigate the issue, while all observations using the MIRI have been currently put on hold. The MIRI has 4 observing modes: imaging, low-resolution spectroscopy, medium-resolution spectroscopy and coronographic imaging. On August 24, a mechanism that supports medium-resolution spectroscopy exhibited what appears to be increased friction during setup for a science observation. This mechanism is a grating wheel that allows scientists to select between short, medium, and longer wavelengths when making observations using the MRS mode. The telescope continues to be in good health, as the other 3 modes of MIRI are operating normally and are available for science observations. However, this is not a cause for grave worry, as Webb has faced a similar issue in the past, very soon after its launch. In July this year, NASA had reported that the $10 billion Space Observatory was damaged after being hit by at least 19 small space rocks. One of the rocks left noticeable damage on one of the 18 gold-plated mirrors on the Space Telescope. We've bet a lot on a 6,000 kilograms piece of hardware that is 1.5 million kilometers from Earth, and wide open to any and all sort of threats posed by space. Space is not a kind place, not even to a gold-plated space telescope. Scientists are prepared for these unavoidable problems, as the James Webb Space Telescope is designed to continue functioning even when it runs into such issues. The Hubble Space Telescope has run into a large number of technical issues since it began functioning over 30 years ago, but it is still going strong. As the successor to Hubble, and a much more expensive and advanced one at that, we can only expect that Webb does the same too. James Webb's journey has just begun, with plenty more images from the telescope to be shared over the coming months, and plenty more theories to be questioned and proved. Here's hoping NASA resolves the MIRI anomaly soon, so Webb can continue unfolding the universe like no other. But what do I know? Orbit. Beyond the blue.